So first of all, man, thanks for taking some time to join us here. But how does it feel coming in between these yellow ropes again, man? What's that like? Any memories?
Yeah, it's pretty awesome. I mean, NXT fans are diehard fans. They're like heavy metal fans. They love like rock and roll, the underground vibe. All of those things is what makes this special, you know. And then you look out here and you just see what all these guys are striving for to be a part of Mania. So it's cool to come back to where I came from, now being a part of my third Mania.
And thinking about NXT, since we're on the topic, looking back, you had a pretty awesome career there before moving on to WWE. Any favorite memories from you from NXT?
Yeah, I mean, when we started NXT, we were doing shows with 18, 19, 20 people in a building. And then we moved and sold out Brooklyn with 16,500 people. So that was really special. Samoa Joe, the guy who went to war that night. But it is amazing what NXT has accomplished, and you know, they're selling out the show this Saturday. Like going from 12 people in the Orlando Armory to 17,000 plus is insane.
Woo! And I'll tell you this, if you have not been to an NXT Florida show, they are very exciting. They're a lot of fun, but Barin's right, it's those small venues. Looking back on those days, and you're doing a show in an armory in front of 18 people, what goes through your mind then? Did you ever see the bigger picture paying off? Did you ever see yourself winning that Andre the Giant? Did you ever see yourself winning the United States Championship? Take me back to what your mentality was to try to get here then.
When you have 18 people watching you do a show, they're very critical. You're trying to impress 18 people over 10,000 is insanely difficult. So it really does like give you a sense of reality of how difficult it is for superstars to come out and prove themselves to fans, especially when there's 18 of them. You can hear every word they say, good, bad, and indifferent. So it puts everything in perspective. But you know, walking in the door for NXT for me, from the NFL, and you know where I come from, it has always been an ultimate goal to be a part of WWE and win a championship and win the WWE championship. There's like a list of accomplishments. So you know, doing every bit of that through FCW and NXT just helps pave the way, I think, to be successful. And that's what Hunter brings to NXT, is the ability to make superstars successful and preparing them to be the best that they can be.
That's great, man. Well, let's take some fan questions if that's cool with you. That's all right. Where's Dasha? Dasha's got some fan questions.
Right, over here in the stands. If anybody else has any questions, go ahead, raise your arm, and I'll come down to you. But Liam's got a question for you, Barin, over here.
Hi, Liam from Luxembourg. My question is, when did you find out that you'd be called up, and what was it like to debut at Wrestlemania in front of 100,000 people?
I found out the night after the NXT show. Hunter brought me into a back room and casually was just texting on his cell phone, looked up to me and said, "Oh, hey, by the way, you're debuting tomorrow at Wrestlemania," and walked out. Like, that's how I was told what I was doing. So it was unbelievable, because I was like, I didn't have time to react to Hunter and say like thank you or anything. Like, I was speechless, and it was unbelievable how casually he just said it to me, like in between two text messages, just to mess with me, I think, a little bit. But it was unbelievable, that rush, because then I had 16 hours till WrestleMania, and to prepare to be in front of 100,000 people is crazy. So it was an awesome like whirlwind of emotion.
And I mean, your stomach had to just drop. Like, you just finished Takeover, and it's a huge moment, and then oh, by the way, we're gonna debut at WrestleMania tomorrow. Yeah. I mean, that's... Yeah,
I thought it was a joke at first, but then he just like walked out, like, okay, you can't be joking with me, so I really have to do this. But it's like I said, it's what he prepares you for, so it's awesome.
All right, Dash, you got another one for us?
I'm like a ninja. I'm over here to your right.
Oh, there she is.
Making my way around.
How's that possible?
Jose has a question for you.
All right, Barin, if you had Money in the Bank again, and if you could choose between the WWE title or the Universal title, which one would you go after?
Man, that'd be tough, because I think I'd have to pick, whichever match I thought was going to be more brutal. Who was going to, beat the crap out of each other more and more. You got Brock and Roman, they're going to destroy everything and everything around them. But, Shinsuke and AJ, they're going to go to war too. They're two unbelievably special people that are going to put on an amazing show. So I think having that briefcase in my hands, I just have to look who put more damage in on the other and try to, pick a better opportunity to walk away champion. Yeah, so, I mean, whichever one would be going to war, I think the worst would be my best opportunity.
I have another question for you while Dasha's grabbing one from the fans, because I've seen you work with you since the NXT days and seen you come up to WWE. How do you feel that you've changed since then? Like going from NXT and now look where you are, you know, a couple of years in. How do you honestly feel like you have evolved or changed or are different personally?
I think you really start to find yourself, you know, in response to how crowds are reacting to you, how you're carrying yourself, how you're developing as a character and your own personalities and what is tying into who you are. And, you know, from my background, I never wrestled before I got to WWE and NXT and SCW. So I was always taught as a football player, as a fighter, never show emotion, never show you're hurt, never show you're tired. You know, you don't want to convey any of that to your opponents. And now you want to convey this emotion and allow people to take this ride with you when you're in the ring and out of the ring and for promos. All of those things were unnatural for me. So promos still is something I'm learning every day. How to be better, how to be more comfortable, how to let more of myself through when I'm in front of the camera saying some words that, you know, may have been handed to me 5 minutes before, or, you know, they're my own, how to put it in my way and convey those things and have the audience believe what I'm saying, whether I'm angry, upset, or whatever that may be. That's what I'm just continually trying to grow and get better with.
You feel that growth from NXT to now, right? I mean, I think fans definitely see that.
Well, for me, it's just I've really learned to just, you know, step outside and, you know, you set your pride aside and go, okay, I'm not very good at this. I need to get better at this. How do I do that? And you take those steps. And it's at the end of the day, I think it's being able to step out there and go, well, I don't really care what people think. I'm going to do me, and it's paying off pretty well, I think.
All right, yeah, I agree. Where's
right
Dasha?
over here, I got Eric from San Juan, Puerto Rico over here with a question.
Oh, beautiful. My wife is Puerto Rican.
Oh, that's good. That's good. They fight a lot too.
She's really mean.
Oh, Barin, which has been your toughest opponent so far since you began wrestling, and why?
Toughest opponent is also my favorite, I think, is AJ Styles. I think he is unbelievable, and he's a specimen, if you will. Like, he's not the biggest guy, he's not 6'7", he's not the fastest guy, not the strongest guy, but he will hit you in the teeth, and he will rock you. Like, he's unbelievable. He's physical, he's violent, he's fast, he's athletic, and you know, I've had some amazing matches with him. I think, you know, especially for the United States Championship, the six-pack challenge I thought was awesome. You know, and John Cena falls in that category. I think what he does is unbelievable. He's been on top for a very long time, and I have not overcome John Cena yet. He's cost me a few things, so I definitely owe him some punches to the face. But AJ is unbelievable, and I think he's you know, going to have his hands full with Shinsuke. But I think AJ will come out on top on that one because of just how resilient and tough he is.
Definitely would love to see you take on John Cena again, by the way.
I owe him a lot. He's cost me my briefcase, he cost me SummerSlam. I owe him chair shots, maybe some kendo stick shots, some tables, everything.
We might see it soon. You never know.
I hope so. I hope so.
So let's look at WrestleMania this weekend. Previously, as we mentioned earlier, Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal winner. What would you think about winning it twice?
I mean, I like doing things the first time. You know, my debut, I win Andre the Giant, the first NXT superstar to debut at WrestleMania and win, you know, something like that. So nobody's won it twice. So that's where I was placed, and I want to make the most of that opportunity and get my name on that trophy twice. I think it's just another achievement I can, you know, throw in the faces of people who don't like me. But yeah,
Well, sarcasm.
there's a few people out there who don't like me, but you know, being able to have that is pretty awesome, and I think it's another thing that just tells people, hey, this guy's ready to be at the next level. Let's continue to grow. Let's see what he's got and continue to challenge him. And I think that'll be a good thing to show them, you know, what's next.
Speaking of your growth as a superstar, is there anyone that has maybe either taken you under their wing or helped get you to the next level each time? Are there people maybe currently on the roster, not on the roster, but have helped you grow that you kind of want to give a nod to?
Yeah, I mean, a lot of for me, I'm old school at heart. Like, I like the old school dudes, and some of those guys grab onto me, like Arn Anderson, Fit Finley. Those guys grab onto me and go, hey, man, you're a prick. Like, you're not really a nice guy. So I think I connect well with them, and you know, they help me grow. But then Hunter still plays a huge role in what I do and how I do it, and I continually learn. There was a SmackDown where he told me, hey, next time don't do this, getting out of the ring, get out of the ring this way so we can do this. And it's like these little things that you never think of, and iconic Star Wars icon are taking the time out of their night to tell me this is better, this is why it's better, and it's like it blows your mind. But have those guys in your corner is unbelievable.
That's great. That's great. And I think we've got time for one more. I'm told Dasha.
We've got two more.
Oh, Dasha the
yeah,
Ninja.
two more.
There she
All right,
is.
right over here.
Hi, I'm just wondering who on the current NXT roster would you like to face in the future?
I think two of them are in the championship match, Aleister Black and Sting. I think they're both tough guys. I think that they're going to put on an amazing show. And Aleister kind of has the same background of me. He used to fight, and he did kickboxing. I did boxing. We both like the same music. We're both covered in ridiculous tattoos. And we both think we're awesome. So I think going to war with him and seeing what kind of power he brings with those kicks, and I think Sting's really come into his own as an NXT superstar, and he's got a lot of talent. So I want to see what he's made of, and as well as Aleister. And, Aleister and I will probably fight. When you get in a fight with somebody and then you're best friends after, I think that'd be something that would happen. Like we punch each other in the face and look at each other bleeding and go, "How did we just become best friends? Let's do some karate in the garage."
We got our last question right over here.
Hey, I was wondering what match in NXT do you think prepared you the most for the main roster?
It was definitely the Brooklyn match with Samoa Joe.
Yeah.
He's been around a long time, and he pushed me to another level. But then what a lot of people don't know is I went in the back after that match, and Undertaker just yelled at me for a couple minutes. He's like, "You punched him in the face, and you just stood there with your arms up, to the people. What are you doing? Like, you got to keep going." So it was like, for me, that was a moment where that was the biggest crowd I'd ever been in front of with WWE as an NXT superstar. It was very special because it was a sellout. It was the first time we'd been on that level. And then, we all know what Samoa Joe has done and what kind of competitor he is and the legacy he leaves behind. And then to have Taker come back and grab you and yell at you and really bring you back down to where you belong is a pretty good mental check. So that one prepared me the most for what I'm doing now.
Well, congratulations on all the success, man. Sincerely, so much fun to watch you and watch you grow. Do what you do.
Have fun out there. This is an awesome experience, and thanks for coming and hanging out with us.
Ladies and gentlemen, one more time, Barin Corbin!